The struggling housing market has dominated the nation's headlines.
But what's really happening here in the Springfield area? KY3's Abby Wellner joins us live from the southern part of the city. And Abby, what's the current state of the real estate market here?
Well, no one can argue we're going through a period of difficulty in the housing market out here. However, the problems are much worse in areas like Florida and California. But the news coming out of those areas is creating problems here.
We started this project in August.
Springfield home builder Kevin Klingen is just a few weeks from completion on one of a few projects.
Oh, this is real
He's
nice.
seen a bit of a slowdown in the housing market lately, but not like they have on the coast.
I feel very sorry for the people that live in California and Florida.
That's because the state of building in those locations is far more dire than right here in our own backyard.
Even in the KY3 viewing area, there are 3 major housing markets, and they're all acting completely different.
According to the head of the Home Builders Association, Matt Morrow, while each market has ebbed and flowed independently, none has been exempt from one factor.
We have a collective psychology as a community that's affected by a lot of things. There's been a lot of negative publicity nationwide in markets that are suffering much worse than we are.
2 days of sanding to make it fit.
While Klingen installs custom cabinets and completes work on a basement batting cage, he's ever aware new home construction decreased by 50% in 2007. Home sales were down by 25%.
Overbuilding and speculative houses, I think that's got more to do with it, to be honest with you, than the subprime crisis you hear so much about.
Unlike this current project, those spec homes are sitting empty, and their builders are working a little less.
The stockpile is slowly depleting, and that's a good thing. So I think it's slowly going to turn around.
While many builders await the turnaround,
Those are the granite colors. That's absolute black. And
others, like Klingen, continue to work, hoping that those markets thousands of miles away pick up and that their problems don't seep any further into markets in this area.
people still want a new home or going to build a new home. And I don't really think it's going to change. We're still having a lot of people moving in here from out of state, moving here for the same reasons they've moved here years before, affordability and a great place to live.
And again, this is such a multifaceted issue, but when you look at home prices, what the average home is selling for on the coast, those numbers have dropped considerably in many places. Here, meanwhile, you're looking at an average selling price right now of about $144,000, a little bit over that. A year ago, it was just over $147,000. 2 years ago, just around the $137,000 mark. So a little bit of transition there.
All right, Abby, if I put my home up for sale today, how long can I expect before it's sold?
Right now, the average home is taking 77 days on the market, as opposed to 2 years ago. That time period was around 66 days.
So 11 days more, not quite 2 weeks. All right, thank you, Abby Wellner, reporting live for us. Thank you, Abby.